Okay, let's say that you are scrolling through Fred's photos and you are seeing variegated, hand-dyed and blended, and you are thinking, oh, aren't they the same? Nope, they are completely different. If you choose the right one, it could be chef's kiss. If not, it could be look like a children's drawing with a marker on it. Hello my lovelies, I'm Maria from Maria Cousteau Designs. I'm a designer and I design cross-stitch patterns which are basically therapy in a thread. Okay, variegated threads, hand-dyed and blended. By the end of this video, you're gonna know which one to use and when. So let's get started. First up, variegated thread. So this is your predictable party friend, okay? So I've got some DMC one and I've got some Aero called, but these two looks like this is a copycat one because the numbers are the same and it's very similar in, well, kind of similar in color, because both of them got like whitish, creamish, light yellow, darker yellow. This one seems a bit more different and much bigger differences. This is like a slightly similar one, so similar to each other, not any bright colors, but you can choose any of them. So this one, for example, if you do like water or sea on the picture, it would be really seamless and looks like waves as well. And for example, this one, this is great for making pine trees or any kind of trees, leaves, and this would be really nice as well. Variegated threads changes in color in a regular repeating pattern. Think of it like playlist on a shuffle, but very organized one. You know what's coming next. For example, let's make it here. So you got you start, for example, in a light purple and then go to a bit darker purple, and at the end you end up in a darkish blue, and there are some light bluish colors as well. So after each other the colors are repeating. So these are machine dyed, consistent, and you get the same results kind to kind, because you know what's gonna happen when you are using it. I'm gonna show you in a minute how it looks like. So for example, this one has purple, green, blue, and it's a nice contrast. So you just find the pattern you like and you can choose whichever you like. So this one, for example, it's really nice for a summery or maybe a spring picture, for example flowers or ice cream. Okay, let me show you. So for example, this one starts with light, very light blue, and it's getting darker and even more darker. That's the darkest one, and it's slowly going back down again to light, and the colors are repeating, so it's getting dark again in here. Okay, now I like to use free skeins for a variegated one because it looks nice. Also, I'm going to show you a new starting technique as well. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to show you a new starting technique as well. Okay, so we are going down from the top, but we're gonna keep a tiny little piece down here. Okay, you come up in the middle right next to the thread. Okay, go down again right next to the other side, so you like make a little loop like that. and then you're going to do the stitches. Now with variegated thread, it's easier to do the English method, which is stitch one by one. So you finish one cross before you start the next one. The Danish one is a bit different, and it doesn't look nice and clean movement with the color changes, because you go through here, like for example this is the light blue, and then it's changing it, but you're going back on the same, so it's like the bottom part is light and the top part is a bit different shade. So if you want a nice change, you do the English one. I'm going to show you how it looks like. Just let's do a little bit more. Okay, so first of all, let's see the stitching. So you can see that it's moving around and it changes slightly and it changes slowly back again to light. So it's always the same pattern. So light blue, like a medium, dark, and goes back to light again, and the medium and the dark if you carry on like this. The new starting, you can either go over it if you do another line, or just snip it here carefully, and the back it's nice and clean. Okay, this is best for borders, backgrounds, anything where you want movement without surprises, like sunset, predictable but still gorgeous, or the sea when you do the waves. Also stitch in rows, not columns, so to get these smooth color waves moving around. Okay, now hand dyed thread. This is from Wig Dye Works, and this is called Ivy, which is really lovely. I used it for a Christmas, I think it was a Christmas train with lots of Christmas tree, and I used it for the trees. It was beautiful. Every skein is literally dyed by hand, sometimes dipped, sometimes painted, which means no two skeins are exactly the same. So if you buy another one, so you order maybe two, it's not gonna be the same. So both of them are gonna be a slightly bit different, which is the best part of it. This is best for florals, natural scenes, anything that looks better with a little bit of imperfection, because real flowers aren't perfectly symmetric either, right? So let's see how it looks like on the Ida. Okay, so let's do it with the same technique. So we are going to do cross by cross and just one line with 3 skeins, so it's going to be the same for comparison. Okay, so go down on the top. Okay, now let's see. Can you see the contrast between the two? So this is the hand-dyed, and it just really slightly changes because the colors it has, it's really similar to each other. And in this one you can really see the brighter colors, much stronger, different shades. So this one is actually like shading, so that's why it's perfect for like a Christmas tree or leaves. This one is more like a brighter, bolder, modern type of color. You can use both of them in different types of designs. So if you have a design which is more like natural theme, you can use the hand-dyed one, or you can use this one and it's gonna make it pop. Okay, and this is the last one. It is a bit different. So this is not a type of thread, it's a technique called blending. So all three of them has the same idea. So using different colors in the same row, but this one you add one skein each. So you cut the pieces and then take out one pink and one brown, or any different color you like, but this one I think gonna show the colors exactly how they should look like, because they are so different from each other. Okay, so you take the two different skeins, could be solid like a normal color and the variegated color, or two solid colors like brown and pink, what I'm using now. So you are basically mixing the flosses. So you can choose anything you like, okay? Or you can have a pattern which shows you this type of technique where you use two different skeins for one cross. Let's get started, okay? So because I'm using two skeins here, not three like this one, it's gonna be a tiny bit different, but still it's gonna be great. Okay, can you see the difference? So these two are changing as you go forward. This one is the same. It's kind of like almost like a 3D texture. It's softer than a solid, more controlled. So in this one you are the artist because you are choosing the colors you like to add together. You can also use like a metallic strand as a blend. So you choose like, for example, brown color, and you choose dark brown or even a white, like a snow white sparkly or metallic strand, and you do the two together, so it's gonna make it pop at the end on your design. Okay, speed it around again. So variegated, the first one is predictable color change. You always know which shade is gonna be the next one. It's consistent skein to skein, great for borders, backgrounds. The hand-dyed ones, it's a kind of a bit more expensive, but still worth the price. It's unique, chaotic and gorgeous. So no two skeins are the same. Great for like organic, natural pictures, backgrounds, outlines, especially on black Ida. It's gonna really pop. If you choose like a yellowish color or even the blue one, it's gonna really pop on the black Ida. Also the blended one, it's like DIY custom color, you control everything. So great for smooth gradients. For example, if you have like a pattern where you use brown and pink next to each other, but you want the middle parts a bit highlighted, you can blend the two and just use it between the two simple colors. Alright, I wanna know which one are you going to do in your next stitch. The variegated one, the hand-dyed, or the colored blending one? Are you team predictable, team chaos, or team DIY? Which one are you? I think I am all of them. It depends on the design and how I feel like. If you like this video or searching for a project where you can hang out, or if you are looking for a pattern which you can relax with in the evenings, just subscribe, because I post every single week, every Sunday evening. Now go stitch something beautiful. Until next time, happy stitching.